everybody. Happy New Year. Woohoo. We are here to do readings on goals. Goals and intentions. Everybody's in that mindset for January, so we're going to do that tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about goals and intentions, the differences, and how they work together. So jump on in the chat. Let me know how you are. Let me know where you're coming in from, what you're doing, how you've been, all of those things. And then we'll jump into it. Hello, Ellen. How are you doing, love? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've got this lovely picture as my backdrop tonight. This is a picture I took about, I don't know, like 3 years ago or something like that. And I love it because it's like sort of like freshly fallen snow, right? Hello, sunshine. Happy New Year, my friend. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It's been a busy couple of days because the snow has not stopped, you guys. Oh my gosh, we have so much snow. Woohoo! Anyway, hopefully we're going to get a little bit of a reprieve over the next couple of days with the snow situation. But like my husband's been out snow blowing almost every single day since like I think last Wednesday. It really hasn't given up. So it's doing the driveway, the sidewalk, the pathway to the back, a little area for the dog, making sure the gazebos don't have too much snow on top of them, the roof, the whole bit. Just before Christmas, we had a couple mild days, and we have a steel roof here at our house. Our house is like an older house, but it has lots of extensions on it. And snow fell off the roof, came down, took out like 12 feet of our fence, which is currently frozen to the ground. So we're going to have to wait until probably the spring to fix that. Fun. Looks very peaceful, but also very cold. Busy there where you are too, Ellen. You're done with the snow this year. I mean it, right? It is. It's a lot of snow. And I don't know why we complain about it, because like it's given, it's going to happen. But sometimes when it happens like that much, that fast, that frequently, like every day you open up the weather report and it's like, alert, some kind of like snowfall warning. It's like, oh, okay. Anyway, all right. We're here to talk about goals and intentions because it's that time of the year where people are thinking about, how they want to improve, what they want to change. And I sometimes wonder, I know I do this, or I have done this, that can send you into kind of a tailspin. And so that's what we're trying to prevent here. Oh dear, tomorrow's going to be freezing rain. We'll be extra careful. Freezing rain's the worst. So, intentions and goals are not the same. Intentions are about who you want to be. Well, goals are what you want to achieve, but they work hand in hand, right? And so tonight, the spread that we're going to do hopefully is going to help you with that. So I've just come up with a really, really quick spread. Nothing elaborate, but something that I hope will be helpful. In addition to the spread, I also have 3 decks of cards out here. Okay, that I'm going to give you as sort of like a little bonus, but you're going to pick them. So let me know in the chat if you want a reading. And in addition to the yes, please, put 1, 2, or 3. And we'll go ahead and get right into it. Ellen says we got a lot less snow than we used to in New York City. We haven't had a big blizzard in years. That's a good thing. We had a really terrible storm here on the 26th of December. There was like 50,000 people across Ontario that lost power. Can you imagine? So, hello, Nancy Riker. How are you, my love? Nancy, if you want a reading, or Sunshine, anyone who's listening, if you want a reading, just put yes, please in the chat, and also a number between like 1, 2, or 3 for the extra deck. Okay, we're going to go with Ellen, because Ellen is first to say she wants a reading. We're talking about goals and intentions, all of the good stuff. I've got you, Nancy. I've got you, Sunshine. I have to do one thing. Sorry. I have to put some of my stuff on. Hello, Vivian. Happy New Year, my friend. How are you? It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long while. Hope you're doing well. All right, Miss Ellen. Okay, so our first card is our ambition, right? So the primary spark or goal for this month, or for the next 6 months or the next year, whatever you need it to be. We've got the 9 of Swords here. It's the Angel Wisdom Tarot for anyone who's interested. Now, the 9 of Swords is about feeling anxious, and it's about, the bumps in the night, the chaos, the stress, the anxiety. And so I think that the ambition, the primary spark for this month, is to, remove that stress, whatever that stress is, whether it's a big stress, a lot of little stresses, or just an overall sort of feeling that you're having where you feel anxious, which, with all that's going on in the world, who isn't really feeling anxious? So the aim is to push that aside. And if memory serves, when we were doing your reading last time, we got that feeling of bringing more joy and doing like your thing, right? Bringing more harmony, if I'm remembering correctly. And so this is kind of tying into that energy. Our next card is our intention, right? How do I want to feel while I'm sort of, I didn't explain that right. It's the why behind the goal, right? We've got the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups, again, it's harmony, it's unity, right? It's bringing things together, making things more cohesive, making things make more sense, making it flow better, I want to say. Maybe a chance for a new relationship to open up. Maybe that might be something that you're looking at, which you don't have to share in the chat. I'm just saying. Your last card, the movement. Well, not your last card, but last of the spread is the movement, right? What is the sort of like the first small step that you can take to get going, right? And you've got the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is all about success. It's about recognition. It's about self-esteem and like wise decisions. And to me, this is like just believing in yourself, right? Like not procrastinating, no analysis paralysis. I'm going to do it. There's like a determination behind that energy, right? So I think that you said, I should have put you up on the screen. I apologize, Ellen. I'm all over the place. You said number 3. So, gratitude. And it matches quite nicely to the 6 of Wands in its colorings. Gratitude. Thank you. There is a heartfelt thanks to you from someone who recently helped in some way. I, your guardian angel, also wish to thank you for the unconditional love you emanate to the earth, humanity, and to those around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are eternally blessed. May peace, grace, and love forever guide you along your sacred path. Now, the reason that I included these cards is because it's just like that little positive, affirmation type thing that's going to help sort of push you, if you will, gently nudge you if you're having any kind of hesitation about moving forward. So that's what I got for you, Ellen, trying to sort of calm the chaos down, stop the chaos, bring more peace and harmony toward yourself, possibly even opening up to making more connections. And the way that you're going to do that moving forward is by sort of standing, in your power and being quite forceful about what it is that you're trying to achieve. So hope that makes sense. Hope that resonates. All right. Well, now you all know what the number 3 deck is. So there goes that surprise. Anyway, right. Miss Nancy Breaker. Miss Nancy, can you guys hear me okay? I feel like I'm talking underwater. I don't know why. I'm going to turn my microphone up a little bit. Let me know if that's better. I'm not looking at the comments, so I can't see anything right now. Excuse me. All right, Nancy, for you, your ambition, right? What is the sort of like the primary spark for your goals, right? You've got the 9 of Cups, right? This is wish fulfillment, right? This is all your manifested dreams coming true. And I think, the spark is just you want to bring more joy, more happiness. You just want to, be in that energy where you get what you want, what you need, and feel that sense of like contentment, right? Your intention, right? The why behind the goal. You've got the 3 of Wands. This is vision, right? It's expansion, it's dreams, it's manifestation. Quite simply put, because that's what you want, right? So why do you want it? Because you want it, because you need it, because you deserve it. That's kind of the energy I'm getting. Now, lastly, for the movement card, you've got the, in this deck, it is called the renewal, but it is literally the death card in the traditional tarot, okay? And sorry, I'm lying to you. Totally lying to you. This is the Judgment card in the traditional tarot. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I looked at it and then I looked at the numerals at the bottom and I'm like, nope, that's not right, Kelly. This is the Judgment card in the traditional tarot. And so this is all about, you know, giving yourself permission to go after what it is that you want, or go after what it is that you need, or go after what it is that you desire. Not really holding yourself back. And I don't know that you do this, Nancy, but like if you're the kind of person who's like a people pleaser, for example, or if you're the kind of person who is always like, you know, I'll do without and make sure that everyone else around me has what they need. I think that that's this kind of energy that it's talking about. This is your turn. This is your time. And that's how you're going to be successful at sort of making your goals work for you this coming year, by putting yourself first, whether that's a big first or just a small slice, right? Like carving up the time, right? And giving yourself 5 minutes a day or 15 minutes a day or whatever the case may be. So that's what I got for you. We'll pull your card number 3. Well, that makes sense then. That's why that came out. We've got self-criticism. We, your angels, ask you to please be more compassionate towards yourself. Observe the times when you have critical thoughts about you and make an effort to replace these negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. You are a wondrous being of light, even if at times you think you are less than perfect. Remember that God and divine perfection exist in all things. We have to be really careful about what we perceive to be, you know, perfect or right. That goes for everybody, right? So that's what I got for you, Nancy. I hope that that was helpful. I'm back in the comments now. Oh, Nancy, you had the flu since New Year's Eve? Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you're feeling better. That bites. Ellen says, wonderful reading. The anxiety you picked up concerns my upcoming retirement. I want to do it, but concerned about the financial aspect of it. I sound fine. Thank you. Nancy says she can hear me. Awesome. So that's what I got for you, Nancy. All right. Let's go to where's Sunshine? Sunshine. You're very welcome, Nancy. There's Sunshine. Sunshine. I love that name. I'm hearing the Denver John. Is that his name? John Denver. I'll be all right. I'm hearing that song in my head. Something about sunshine can make you happy or something like that. What's that song? Sunshine almost always makes you happy. Is that how it goes? John Denver, the guy who sang Take Me Home Country Road, I believe is his song. Whoops. Okay, that card wants to come out. That's too many cards. All right, here we go. Beautiful cards. All right, Miss Sunshine. Your ambition, right? The spark. Now, I really want you to look at this picture, okay? So this is the Ten of Swords. She's got her bags packed and she's about to walk through the door, right? She's leaving the swords or the weight, the stress, the situation behind, and she's walking towards that beautiful sort of sunny day that's ahead of her, right? what she's doing is she's moving on. She's walking through the door and she's looking for the sunshine, right? Looking for a new path. So the spark, the ambition behind your goal is just like, I just want a fresh start. Whatever I can do to shift whatever I can shift, that's what it feels like. I don't know that it's necessarily like specific. At least that's what I'm picking up. It doesn't feel specific. It's just like, I've had enough. I need to do something and I want to do it now, right? Why not harness the energy? We've got intention as our next card. So the why behind the goal, right? You've got the Empress. And it's very much sort of like, this is what's going on, or this is how I'm feeling, and this is how I'm going to look after and care for myself, right? The Empress is all about nurturing and, like think of like if you got sick when you were a little kid and your mama, gave you a hug or whatever. It's like that kind of energy, right? She didn't necessarily do or not do anything, but it was just like the being around her, the being around your mom when you don't feel good made you feel better, right? So the Empress, right? They say that she's pregnant with possibilities, right? She takes inspired action. She's a nurturer. She's positive. And so the intention, the why behind the goal is because it's time, as I said before. Now the movement, what's the very first small step that you can take towards getting yourself sort of going on the right path? And you've got the Dreamer, which is the Fool card in the traditional tarot, right? This is about just, I see everything I want to see ahead of me and I'm going for it, right? I'm not planning a whole lot. I'm not really putting a lot of details or a lot of focus into it. I just want to change for the better. I want to feel good, wherever that takes me. So it feels like quite a shift. And I don't mean quite a shift in energy. It feels more like a shift in mindset, right? Like, I'm done with that old stuff. I'm moving forward. Beautiful energy. I will add. There you go. You got peace. Look at how pretty it matches up with your name, the color. Calm your thoughts and move your awareness to a peaceful space inside your heart. Feel the ebb and flow of love, the eternal movement of the stars. Your life is forever unfolding to greater spheres of love. Relax and do not worry about anything, for all is well. You will soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility, which is exactly what these cards said before I pulled that card, as a confirmation to what your other card said. If that makes any kind of sense at all. But that's what I got for you. I hope that that's helpful. Look at how long my hair is, you guys. It's crazy. I need a haircut desperately. That's it. That's our whole 3 readings. We've been here for a whole 24 minutes. Now what? You're very welcome, my friend. I hope it makes good sense, because that's the important bit. I'm going to have my nasty habit, sorry. So, while I have you here, don't forget to, hit the thumbs up and all that good stuff. We also have videos coming out. There's videos coming out. It's probably looking like I'll do a live on Monday and like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the videos, right? At least that's the way it's going at the moment. We have a Quincy behind us. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? You want to come say hi? Yeah. Okay. He always does this. He goes underneath my desk and then tries to come up, but then I can't help him up and he won't jump up because he'll hit his head on the desk. So then we play this whole game of him going around my chair and me trying to pick him up. Come here. Come. Oh my gosh, you're such a big boy. Oh, there you go. Say hi. Oh, he doesn't like to be held. Can you tell? Come on. Come on. Oh, say hi, everybody. It's me, Quincy. It's me, Quincy. You want to go up there? You want to sit on my lap? Here, sit on my lap. Sit on mommy's lap. Do you want me to put the blanket over you? Do you guys have cats that like blankets over them? Quincy and Charlotte love a blanket over top of them. I don't know what the deal is. Here, baby. Here. Here, mommy, put this over you, okay? Oh, yeah. There you go, darling. There you go. Snug as a bug in a rug. Look at that. Thank you. You know what? Quincy is my cuddle buddy. He loves to cuddle with me, and well, he loves to cuddle with anybody, but he's not a big cat in terms of like weight, but he's big. Like he's long, and he just wants to sit with you all the time in your lap. And after a while, it's like, oh my God, I can't feel my legs. You have to get up. That's a good boy. Yeah, sure, good boy. So he just sits there with the blanket over his head and he's good. I don't get it, but, you know, it is what it is. Hi. Maria, you want me to put that down? So sorry. We have a dog, too. We have little Miss Rosie, who is not very happy in the last couple of days because the snow is bigger than she is. And so she goes out and she's like, really? Again? My sister got her the cutest like dog sweater that has like sequins on the back. It's almost like a super cape almost looking type thing. But they change color based on the mood of the animal. It's hilarious. It's a little tight on her, but you know. Hello, Diamond. How are you? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Woohoo. So what else are we going to talk about? We've done our readings. This was the shortest live ever. What else are we going to talk about? You guys tell me what you want to talk about. Ron! Happy New Year, my friend. How in the heck are you? I hope you're doing well. Are you guys getting all the snow that we're getting? We're sick of it. Oh, you got a new dog? Congratulations. What kind of puppy did you get? Did you get a puppy? Or a dog, like an older dog? Oh, you're all right, Quincy. Oh, bless your heart, Ron. You must be so happy. I know that you were missing your dog for a long time, so Dubai. I love it. That's wonderful, Ron. Congratulations. It's a lucky puppy to get to live where you live and have so much room to run and have such a loving dad and a loving mom. That's wonderful, my friend. Good for you. I got some cats if you want to adopt them. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I wouldn't do that. Wow, an Australian herd dog. Nice. Well, I'll have to tune in on Saturday because I'm sure you're going to show her to everybody or him, whichever it may be. It's all good. I knew it. I knew exactly what you meant. You probably mean an Australian Shepherd, although I think there is an Australian herd dog. You know where I've learned so much about different dog breeds? Um, do you guys have you guys heard of on the internet? Um, there's a woman. She's a Canadian woman. She lives in Niagara Falls. She's a dog groomer, and I think her channel is called Girl with the Dogs or Girl with Dog or something of that nature. And she grooms dogs and cats and doesn't charge anything for it. All of the money that she makes or has made, makes whatever on YouTube, pays for these grooms. And these people, some of them come from the States. They travel long distance to see her. So like dog rescues and um, abandoned dogs and cats, or just really difficult dogs, dogs that have been refused by other groomers, and she brings them into her place of business, and she looks after them. And what I love, I mean, I love the concept of that. It's wonderful. But what I really appreciate is that she spends a lot of time telling you about the different kinds of breeds of dogs and cats, and their characteristics and so on and so forth. And so it's interesting because you get to learn a lot along the way of watching just a beautiful dog and a really wonderful person doing such an amazing thing, right? Oh, you got the microchip and he already loves you? Of course he already loves you. Aw, he already licked your face. I love it. You're all right, Quince. I have Quincy on my lap. I'm talking to the cat. I'm not just randomly speaking off the top of my head. That is wonderful, my friend. That is wonderful. Well, I signed up to do a live tonight, and people are popping in and people are popping out, and 3 people asked for a reading, and I did my 3 readings, and so here we sit. We're just chatting. We're just chatting away. Hi, buddy. Hi, hi, hi. Hi. Mark had to go out and do the snowblower for like 4.5 hours today. Well, I think it was more like 4 hours. Because we have so much snow. Sure, I'll do that, Ron. All right. Diamond. No, what we're doing tonight is goals, right? Because it's that time of year when we talk about all those crazy things. So Pick a number between 1 and 3 and stick it in the chat, and then I'll do your reading for you. And then I'll do a reading on Ron's dog. Because why not? 1 and 3 diamond. 7. I love you. That's too funny. All right, so this is for diamond. While you're thinking of your number between 1 and 3. Or I'll just split the different 3. That's bronze. All right, here we go for you, diamond. Okay, so your aim, your ambition, the primary sort of like spark or goal, right? You've got the King of Pentacles energy. So trying to create more of a sense of security, probably a financial thing. Maybe it is just making sure that you feel secure in that area, like you've got a good budget, or you've got all your boxes ticked, which I think is a pretty common thing for a lot of people, especially in the beginning of the new year. Next up we have intention, right? So the intention, because intentions and goals are not the same, they're different, but they work hand in hand with each other. And so this card is for your intention, which is like the why behind the goal. So why do I want to do that? We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I often explain the Wheel of Fortune as, I have done X, Y, and Z. And if I continue to learn about my experiences, i.e. X, Y, and Z, then I will continue to feel like I'm making forward progress, right? I will continue to feel like I'm moving in a good direction. If I don't learn the lessons from my past experiences, if I just sort of slough them off or push them to the side, then I could feel like I'm spinning my wheels. And so if this is about finances for you, and we'll just sort of broaden that and say like creating like a secure sort of safety sort of feeling around you, a solid foundation, then the Wheel of Fortune is implying that like you're trying to prepare, right? You're looking forward, you're planning. In a way that's like you're not just thinking about next year, you're thinking about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years down the road. And there's nothing wrong with putting all your ducks in a row, right? Now, next you've got the movement. So this is sort of like the first small step that you can take. This is your motivation, right? Or your inspired action, if you will. And you've got the Ace of Wands. And when I said, right, the small step that can make you go, look, he's got like all of the elements there, right? Literally holding a wand or a torch up. It's asking you to be bold. It's asking you to be courageous. It's asking you to be optimistic. And it is sort of reinforcing that now is the time. Do what you're passionate about. So if this is a passion project of yours that you want to make sure that you're in a good, solid, secure spot, then do whatever it is that pops into your mind that you think would serve that purpose, if that makes sense. Now, I'm flipping back to the comments here. I'm gonna go with this guy here. Ron says, my wife is having fun with him. I love it. Oh, new dog is a she? Interesting. It says, when I lean towards love, I am led. So, I think what this means in terms of your reading is exactly the thing that you just said in the chat, where you said it's hard to keep going at times and I've got to figure that out. My passion, I like a lot of things. Again, when I lean towards love, I am led. Passion are the things that we enjoy, the things that we are enthusiastic about. I think it's perfectly normal and perfectly okay if you have many passions. And I would strongly encourage you to, dive into them. Why not? Right? Because if we're doing what makes us happy, if we're doing something that we enjoy, it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like real effort sometimes, right? And so oftentimes we can be more productive. We can feel like we're accomplishing more. Have you ever done something and then got up and went oh my gosh, I've been doing that for 3 hours or 4 hours. I had no idea. I lost all track of time. When we lose all track of time, it's usually because we're fully invested in it, right? And so that's what I'm getting for you. So maybe it might not be the actual finances that you're investing in. It is your future that you are investing in. Maybe not necessarily with money, but just with a commitment to honor that, if that makes sense. You want to travel more when I can? Okay. Hi, Fatima. And finances are needed, aren't they always? Happy New Year, my dear. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Ron said, my wife is a she, not the dog. Okay. All right. Let's do Ron's. So I hope that made sense, Diamond. I hope that you found that helpful. A lot going on at the moment, but I will figure out a happy thing for me. I'm sorry there's a lot going on at the moment. I mean, that's always tough. I mean, there's a lot going on in the world, right? I guess I want to say this to you, right? Try to look at this let's say, for example, you enjoy reading, right? So just grab a book and read it. Doesn't have to be more of a plan than that. Maybe once you read the book or you get halfway through the book, you're like, you know what? I'm going to start going to the library. I'm going to take a book out a month. I'm going to join a book club. You know what I mean? It evolves from there. I think if we just spend more time doing the things that we enjoy or that we're interested in, it just makes us overall happier. And not all of those things that we enjoy or we like cost money or cost a lot of money, right? There's a way to make that work for ourselves. I don't know if that helped or not, but I thought I'd throw that in there. All right, Mr. Ron and his dog, and 3 for Dubai. Let's see if Dubai has any goals for the new year, besides getting adopted and brought home to a loving mom and dad. Blessings, Diamond. You're welcome, my friend. He's a very active dog, wants to play all the time. I mean, right? Aren't they all? I have a couch potato as a dog. But when she wants to go silly, she can. Is this... I love Spirit. I really do. I love Spirit. All right, here we go, Ron. So I'm using the same spread for your dog as I use for everybody, right? Challenging myself here. The primary spark or goal that the dog has, the King of Wands, right? So ambitious, large and in charge, right? Inspiring and motivational. This dog's goal is to love you to get your love back, if that makes sense. It's to bring joy to you and your wife as much as you and your wife want to provide a safe and happy home for the dog. So it's very reciprocal, right? What I think is interesting about like the King of Wands energy, I feel like the dog feels like you're going to make him like the king of the castle in terms of like pouring affection towards him and just making him feel special. At 8 years old, you know, I'm sure his story wasn't great. You know, for whatever reason that he found himself now being adopted by another family. You've just given this dog like a huge like new lease on life kind of vibe, and you've made him feel like he's on top of the world, right? So he thinks of your home as his castle, and that's kind of like where I was going with that. So next, his intention, right? The why behind his goal. How is he going to embrace his new home and make this feel like the best thing that's ever happened to him? He's got the Lover's card, right? He's going to connect with you and your wife through your heart, right? He's going to be the loyal companion. He's going to be the protector, right? He's going to be the thing that brings you together. Like you laugh. You were saying, like, you know, he's licking your wife and he's licking you, and he's like ambitious. He's just going to bring that whole thing together in a lovely sort of harmonious way. You know how they just do something and you just start laughing at them because they're being silly, but it's fun, right? He's injecting that into your life. And as much as he's getting out of it, you're also getting out of it. And I think that's very dog behavior like, right? Dogs want to show us their love and their loyalty and their appreciation for us giving them a good home and for loving them, right? So it's very like reciprocal, if that makes sense. Movement, you know, so what's the smallest step that Dubai can take to sort of get this all going? I love this. I can't, and I'm not looking at your comments. I'm not looking at your comments. I'm reading off of my screen here, so I can't see what you're typing if you're typing anything. But I'm just going out on a limb. So we've got the Queen of Swords. Okay. Analytical, thoughtful, not really a reactive kind of personality, more of like, I'm going to take it in and come up with a plan, and then I'm going to like go ahead and do it. So I want you to tell me if the dog seems like it is highly intelligent and almost like 2 steps ahead of you in terms of like, this isn't going to be a dog that's going to be like difficult to sort of train in the way that you need it to be trained, right? He seems like he's really intelligent. It's just a vibe I'm getting. And I'm not going to the comments yet. So the dog wants to bring you together, your family together, in a way that shows you how you're making him feel by bringing him into your home. If that makes any kind of sense, whatever. And he's going to do it in a way where he is like, you let me know in the next couple of months, if you see the dog just sitting there, sort of like watching you, because that's what it feels like to me. He's watching you. He's taking all his cues from you, but it's like he's got a plan already. Dogs are so clever. You pick card number 3. I got oneness. And it says, someone you dearly miss is forever present in your heart. Remember, dearest one, that even though there has been a physical parting, spiritually, those we love never leave us. Creation is eternal. Nothing is ever truly missing, for all is interconnected and ultimately one. Wow. And now I'm going to go back to the comments. That sounded like that came from your dearly departed dog. Yes, keeps in shape. He already sits, lays down, gives me your paw, as if he lived here all of his life. First day. He is very intelligent. Yeah. Doesn't that oneness sound like your dog sent this dog your way, like knew this was like, this is the right match for you? That's what I got from this. It's beautiful. Yeah. Gotta love how spirit works like that, right? You knew it when you met him. We lost our Austin in the end of October, the beginning of November, and like I still feel it. It has affected the entire house in a way that was totally unexpected. I mean, I knew that the cats were going to have issues. But like something as simple as like in the morning when it's breakfast time and you go out, and I do the same thing every day. You know, I put the coffee on, I put the kettle on, and I make their breakfast. And normally Austin would be right there, like going like, let's go, lady, at 7:30. Where's my food, right? He was very food motivated. And Charlotte would toddle right along beside him like she was his shadow. Quincy would come out there and, you know, we would push up the blind in the kitchen and he would sit on the cat tree and look out. I mean, like they had their whole routine. Just in the last like week or two, it's starting to come back together, but they will not come when they're called. If I say it's breakfast or it's dinner, it's like they don't care. They look funny at me. You know what I mean? So my point in saying that is like that something as simple as that was his way of bringing the house together. Now the whole house is like nobody knows when they're eating. You know, I put the food out. I put the food out? Should I put the food out? Right? Like it threw the whole house off. So nobody is reacting in the way that we kind of thought that they might. And so it's just been, you know, not hard or necessarily difficult. I mean, I miss him and that's difficult, but it's just trying to figure out what they're going to do now because he's not here to sort of like lead them, if that makes sense. Thank you, Sunshine. Yes, it is. It is hard to lose the animal, and I, just like you, like we lost Virginia in 2019, and then we lost Austin in 25. So I mean, not really close together, but close enough. And he was like, all pets are special. All pets touch your heart. But he was like my emotional support animal. And I've had animals my entire life, from horses to pigs to dogs to cats. There's only been one Austin that has, I mean, he knew exactly what was going on before I knew it sometimes. And so his presence is missed. His presence is missed. But it is amazing how they touch us so deeply, right? And how they connect with us in such a meaningful way. One thing that I will share that I think is really interesting. So every year that since we've lived here, we've had a Christmas tree up. Except for the first year that we lived here, because we were like still in construction mode or renovation mode, whatever you want to call it. And we've had Charlotte and Quincy for 5 years now. And 4 out of those 5 years, the Christmas tree at one point or another was on its side. Whether it fell down completely or was just leaning, somebody was messing with the Christmas tree. And we always blame Charlotte and Quincy because they're the crazy ones, right? Austin is so like, he's so good, he doesn't do anything wrong. This year, the Christmas tree didn't move. So, there's that little interesting tidbit that I will leave you guys with. So my point is that we were thinking, when that sort of realization sort of dawned on us, we were like, oh, I wonder if it was Austin that was doing that the whole time, and there we were blaming Quincy and Charlotte. It's the hugs I miss the most, yeah. Austin used to, except for here, although he has done it on this chair. It's so funny. It's like he knew I was on camera and he hated being on camera with me. But he would sit right here at the back of the chair, like whatever chair I was sitting on. If I was in bed, he would like crawl up and lay like right here. 18 pounds of weight laying on your shoulder. But yeah, he would lay behind me and I would rest my head on him, and it's kind of like our thing. Kind of like our thing. All right, friends. Well, this has been great, but nobody else wants a reading, so I'm going to go eat my dinner now because I haven't eaten yet. So I'm going to let you guys get on with your evening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending part of your day with me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and do all those YouTube things that are apparently important to all the channels. And I will see you when I see you next. I'll be live next Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there or be, as they say. And that's about it. That's all I got. So, from me to you, I hope you have a great evening. Hope you have a great week. And try not to let all the chaos of the world get to you, because there's certainly a lot of it. There is certainly a lot of it. Congratulations again, Ron, on your new puppy. I'm calling it a puppy. I know he's not a puppy, but you know what I mean. Blessings to everybody. Have a great evening. And I will see you when I see you next. Bye for now.